Welcome to Chisholm Trail 61. Today we're going to be doing an old-fashioned recipe, one of my favorites all time. If you like okra, you're going to love this. Hey, we're going to do okra fritters. I'm going to show you how I do that coming up right now. Okay, to make our okra fritters or okra patties, whichever you want to call them. You can use frozen or the fresh okra. You know, if you use the frozen okra, you want to thaw it out, of course. But we got about a pound of okra in the bowl here. We got 1 cup of onion that's been minced really fine. We got 1 egg that's beaten. Set all this over here out of the way. On here, we got 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon and a half salt, a half teaspoon of black pepper. We're just going to put that in there. We have a half a cup of water, just plain water. We're going to pour that in there, and we're just going to give this here a mix and get all that mixed up together and then incorporated there. Want to get everything, you know, all our spices mixed around well in there is all we're doing. This is a real simple recipe. It sort of reminds me of salmon patties, but it's okra fritters, okra patties. Like I said, whatever you want to call them. You can call them fritters, you can call them patties, whatever. Okay, we're going to set that aside, and over here I got half a cup of self-rising flour in my sifter. I'm going to add a half of a cup of self-rising cornmeal. You can use all-purpose or self-rising. I got 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and I'm going to put that in there. And I'm just going to sift this through just to get it sort of mixed together. You know. And it's going to be a little dusty, but it'll be all right. We're going to get that mixed through, just sift that through a little bit. Just try to sort of mash out the rest of it there that got some lumps in there. Just mash them through. That's why I want to sift this. We don't want them lumps in our okra there. Get that sifted through good. We're going to pull this back over, and we're just going to mix this, add this to our okra mixture. Just dump it all in there. And then we're just going to give this a good stir. Get this all mixed up good. It's going to be sort of a dry mixture. It's not going to be real dry, but it's going to be sort of a dry mixture. And you can chop your okra up fine if you want to before you start. I just leave mine, you know, chopped in like you would normally cut okra. You can see it's just in little pieces there. But you can chop it however fine you want to. We just want to get this mixed up really well. Now we got that mixed up really well. What we're going to do, we're going to move over to the over to the stove there, and I'll show you this next step. Okay, we're over here, and you can see we got some hot grease in the skillet. What you want to do, you want to just take you about a tablespoon of your mixture, scoop you up a good tablespoonful, and just empty it out into your skillet and just sort of mash it down. You know, flatten it out some, just to make you like a fritter or a patty, whatever you want to call it. You don't want to do but just 2 or 3 at a time in your skillet, though. You don't want to crowd your skillet with these, but just do 2 or 3 at a time. And what we're going to do, we're going to just cook them until we get them browned on each side. So we're just going to put about 3 in our skillet there. What we're going to do. Set this over here. Get us a spatula here that we can turn them with. And we're just going to let them brown up there. It won't take long for them to brown. And when they get brown on one side, we'll flip them over and we're going to brown them on the other side. And man, let me know if y'all ever eat okra fritters. Leave me a comment there in the comment section. Let me know if y'all have eaten these, or maybe if you like okra. This is another way you can fix okra. And the thing about it is, you can fix it in the summer, the winter, you know, like I said, because you don't have to have fresh okra. You can actually use frozen okra. Just let it thaw out and it'll be fine. And like I said, I left my okra, as you can see, you know, cut up just normal. Now you can chop your okra up fine if you want to. You know, just chop it up where it's not so big pieces. But myself, if I'm gonna eat okra, I want to taste okra. So you know that's I'll eat mine in the regular size cut like you would, you know, if you was just frying it up regular. So yeah, we give them just a couple minutes there, 2 or 3 minutes on each side usually is good, and then we can flip it over. You just want to make sure that you get, you know, them cooked all the way through. I got probably about a quarter to a half inch of grease in my skillet there. You want your grease around 350 degrees, 350 to 375 degrees. That'll allow for it to cook all the way through. Just gonna take a peek at this one here, see what it looks like. Oh yeah, it could cook just a minute longer, but that's good right there. You can flip these more than once. You don't have to just go with one flip and then leave them at that. You can flip them more than once. You can flip them 2 or 3 times if you have to. You just want to get them, like I said, good and brown. And that'll go 2 or 3 minutes there, and then they'll be fine. Get me some paper towels to put those on. On my plate, so that excess grease can drain off. You should be getting ready. Yeah. Like I said, the only thing you want to make sure of, you just want to make sure that you get them cooked all the way through. You don't want to be tasting raw flour and cornmeal whenever you go to eat your fritter. You want them cooked all the way through. Of course, if you're using a cast iron skillet like I am, then you know the longer that you leave it cooking, the hotter your skillet's going to get. So you're not going to need to, you know, they'll get to where they cook faster and faster. So you'll want to sort of keep an eye on them there. It's nothing that you want to walk away from and leave for any extended period of time. Okra fritters. I can't wait to get into these things. I've been wanting to make these, been planning on making these for a couple of months now, and I just, to be honest with you, I just hadn't got around to it. And so I figure tonight's the night, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you cook them almost like you would cook salmon patties. If y'all have ever cooked salmon patties, then you know what I'm talking about. If you want to see a good salmon patty video recipe, go back and watch my video on salmon patties. I got a video on salmon patties that it's well, I just let you try it yourself. It's just that good. Like I said, just want to flip them a couple times, make sure you get them brown all the way through. Get them brown on the outside good and done all the way through, and then take them off. This one here is ready to come out of there. I'm gonna hold it up here where you can see it good. And there, man, does that not look good? Hey, I'm gonna finish the rest of these off camera. I ain't gonna make y'all sit here and watch me do this for 15 or 20, 30 minutes here cooking these, but we'll bring you back once we get them all cooked. Okay, we got our okra fritters there cooked and ready to eat, so we're going to give us a taste test here. Now, you can eat these. You can dip them in ranch. You can dip them in ketchup. You can eat them by themselves, whatever. I got me a little bit of ketchup here. I'm going to dip one in. I'm going to break this apart, though, and show you what it look like on the inside here. Man, what you talking about? Look at that. See the okra and stuff in there and the onion. Boy, I can't wait to get into that. Yes, sir. Get me a little bit. I'm going to dip this in a little bit of ketchup here. Now, I like them by themselves, but I want to give it a try with ketchup here. Man, you talk about some good eating. Hey, if you ain't never tried this, you have got to try this recipe. That is some good eating right there. Hey, if you would, give the video a thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe to our channel. We appreciate all of you do. Appreciate all of you take time out of your day to watch our videos. Okra fritters. We'll see you on the next one.